Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why doesn't my hair do what it used to do? Like, it used to be easier. It used to cooperate. It used to feel like your hair. And now it's frizzier, it's flatter, it's thinner, it's harder to style, or maybe it just doesn't hold anything anymore. If that's you, you are not imagining it. Your hair has changed. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly why that's happening. And more importantly, what you can actually do about it. And you're going to want to stick around until the end because I'm going to share the one shift that you can completely change how your hair looks and feels, starting immediately. Welcome back to All About Hair with Denise. That's me. And today we're talking about something I hear from women every single day. Something's wrong with my hair. And here's what I want you to know right out of the gate. There is nothing wrong with your hair. But there is something different about it. And once you understand the difference, everything starts to make sense. Let's talk about what you might be noticing, okay? Maybe your hair feels thinner than it used to. Or maybe it's actually thicker, but kind of like in a coarse kind of way, unruly way. Maybe you've got more frizz than you've ever had before. Or maybe your color fades faster, or it grabs differently. Or maybe your style falls flat within an hour. Or maybe you're just spending all this time doing your hair and it just doesn't look like it used to or what you expect it to look like. And one of the biggest frustrations, you're probably doing the same thing you've always done. You're using the same products, you're using the same tools, you're doing the same routine, and then suddenly it's not working anymore. So what changed? Because something did, right? This is the part that no one really explains. There are 3 major things happening to your hair as we get into our 40s, 50s, and beyond. And once you understand these, you're going to stop blaming your hair. And then you could start working on it, okay? First of all, your hair structure is changing. The strands themselves are different. The diameter actually can shrink, which can make the hair feel finer. So it might come across like you're losing hair or that your hair is thinning. But in reality, it's just the diameter that's making your hair feel finer. Or on the opposite end, it can become more wiry or coarse, especially with gray hair. Gray hair has a mind of its own. And then we got to talk about the cuticle. And you know me, I'm always talking about the cuticle, that outside structure that kind of looks like fish scales. Yeah, that. It becomes more irregular, which means that you won't get the same light reflection. Your hair's not going to be as shiny. Your hair's not going to feel as smooth. And it doesn't behave in the same way when you style it. I know. Here's another thing that's changing too, is your scalp environment. Yeah, this is one place that a lot of people overlook. Your scalp will start producing less natural oil over time. So now your hair is not only drier, less flexible, more prone to breakage, but if your scalp's not healthy, your hair is not going to be healthy either. And then third, and you know I'm going to talk about it, we can't ignore it, hormones. These play a huge role. The hormonal shifts affect everything. Come on now, not just your hair, but it affects your hair growth cycles, the density of your hair, and the texture of your hair. This is where we do start seeing increased shedding, thinning, especially around the hairline or in the crown. And then you will get changes in curl pattern or the smoothness of your hair. So a lot of people have come to me and said, I never had curly hair before and now I do. What's going on? Hormones. More than likely hormones. If you've been thinking, my hair is just getting worse, I want to gently shift that for you, okay? Your hair's not getting worse. It just needs a different kind of support from you. Now, let's talk about what actually works, because this is where everything changes. I want you to think of this in terms of 3 simple shifts, okay? Shift number 1, you're going to change how you care for your scalp. Healthy hair starts at the scalp. So instead of just focusing on your ends, focus on your scalp. You want to use a gentle, targeted shampoo, not a harsh or stripping one. And if you need help with that, I just made a podcast about 11 ingredients that you need to look out for. Go back and listen to that. Or you can watch it on YouTube. But you want a gentle shampoo. And by targeted, I want it targeted by what your scalp needs. Then you want to massage your scalp with the shampoo. So this will help stimulate circulation. You really do. You can get yourself one of those scalp massagers if you want. It's like this little rubberized looking, brush-like thing that you keep in your shower. You can use one of those if you need to, if you feel like your fingertips aren't strong enough. And you also want to be mindful of product buildup. So if you use a lot of dry shampoo, a lot of products, or a lot of oils on your hair, you want to make sure that these are coming off your scalp at least every 2 to 3 days. Because here's the truth. If your scalp's not supported, your hair won't have a chance to thrive. And here's another shift I want you to think about, okay? I want you to consider. Change how you style your hair. This is where I see the biggest mistakes, okay? Most of us are using too much heat or too much tension, or maybe you're using the wrong tool entirely, thinking you want to get a certain look. So try this instead. Lower your heat settings. Yes, you can still use a flat iron, but don't use it on 400. Please don't use it on 400. Lower it down to like 320, 280, something like that. It'll still get the job done. Take smaller sections if you need to. Use tools that create shape without the stress. And stop overworking your hair. Sometimes the less manipulation, it gives you better results. So I found this to be true in myself. I love a good blowout with a round brush and everything, but it does take a lot, and it takes a lot of stress on my hair. But who doesn't like smooth, bouncy, full hair? But I do know that when I wear my hair curly and I don't manipulate my hair and I don't overthink it, overstress it, I do have better hair. I have better results. So keep that in mind. Here's the third shift I want you to consider. Change what you're using. This is huge, okay? Because what worked for you 10 or 20 years ago, it's probably not going to work for you now. It's probably not what your hair needs now, okay? You want lighter formulations, lighter hairspray, lighter gels, lighter mousses, whatever you're using, lighter oils. So you're not going to weigh your hair down, okay? Your hair's thinning, not thinning. Weakening. Whatever your hair is doing, you don't want to weigh it down. More fragile, right? The older we get. And you want more targeted products. You don't want to just like trial and error products all the time. So get a product that you know works for you. If you need help with that, reach out. That's what I'm here for. And stick with it, okay? It's okay. And then you also want the ingredients that are in these products to support moisture, strength, and shine. Okay, that's the lipids, the protein, and the different oils that are in there. This is honestly one of the biggest frustrations I hear. It's the products. I can't find a magical product to make my hair feel better. Women are buying product after product just hoping something works. So if you can find, like I said, find one that works, stick with it. I can't tell you how many people sit down in my chair and they say they have a drawer full of products that just won't work. I know. I do too. I mean, I have a ton of products, but hello, I'm in the business. I have all kinds of products because I buy them, because I test them for this channel and just want to see how they work. But you know, you might be one of those people that go to the salon and your hairstylist does something to your hair and it looks great in the salon. So you want that magical product. What it has to be better than whatever it is that you're using, and it might be. It might be. But don't do that every single time. I know. I think my sister does that. And heck, I'm like that too. I want the newest magic potion, you know, if it's going to work. But think about it. You don't necessarily need to always change your products because you end up, like I said, with a drawer full of products that you don't use. And it's not because you made bad choices. It's just because maybe nobody's actually explained what your hair actually needs, and they're just using a product that they pick up off of their vanity in the salon. I see that a lot. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, or if you're just tired of trying to figure all of this out on your own, that's exactly why I created my free PDF, the Good Hair Day Emergency Kit. It's a simple free guide that just walks you through what your hair actually needs, gives you 5-minute simple routines, like if your hair is acting up, what to do about it. You can grab it at the link below in the show notes, and it's a really great place to start to get new information about your hair. Here's what I want for you. I want you to feel like your hair is manageable again. I want you to stop fighting it. And I want you to start understanding it. And most of all, I want you to be able to look in the mirror and feel like yourself again. It's okay. Once you know a little bit more about your hair, the better you can control it, right? Because your hair didn't betray you. My goodness, it's just changed like everything else. Everything else on our body has changed. If you're a woman in your 40s, 50s, or beyond, you know that's true. And once you know how, though, best to support it, everything gets easier. If this episode has helped you in any way, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And don't forget, download our free emergency kit. It's linked below. And remember, always, when you know better, you do better.